Some of the most disturbing scientific experiments in history were not conducted by criminals or rogue individuals, but by respected institutions and governments. What makes these experiments shocking is not only what was done, but how long they remained hidden from the public. Science has always been one of humanity's greatest tools for progress. It has cured diseases, extended life expectancy, and transformed the modern world. However, history shows that scientific advancement has not always been ethical. Behind closed doors, governments and institutions conducted secret experiments on human beings, often without consent, and sometimes with devastating consequences. In this documentary, we examine real, historically documented scientific experiments that were secretly carried out on humans. In 1953, the United States Central Intelligence Agency launched a classified program known as MKUltra. The objective was to explore whether the human mind could be controlled or reprogrammed. Participants were often unaware they were part of an experiment. They were administered psychoactive drugs such as LSD, subjected to hypnosis, extreme psychological pressure, and sensory deprivation. Some individuals suffered long-term psychological damage. The program remained secret for years until investigations in the 1970s revealed parts of the truth. Before MKUltra, the CIA conducted a similar operation known as Project Artichoke. The central question was direct and troubling. Could a person be forced to act against their own will? The experiments involved the use of drugs, psychological manipulation, and fear-based techniques, often on prisoners and detainees. These studies helped shape later mind control programs. If this documentary is helping you understand the darker side of scientific history, consider subscribing for more fact-based content. Between 1946 and 1948, American researchers conducted medical experiments in Guatemala. More than 1,300 people were deliberately infected with syphilis and other sexually transmitted diseases. The subjects were never informed or asked for consent. The goal was to study the effectiveness of penicillin. Decades later, the U.S. government formally acknowledged the experiments and issued an apology. During World War II, Nazi doctors carried out brutal medical experiments in concentration camps. Prisoners were exposed to freezing temperatures, injected with toxins, infected with diseases, and subjected to surgery without anesthesia. These acts were later classified as crimes against humanity. They directly led to the creation of the Nuremberg Code, a foundation of modern medical ethics. In the 1940s and 50s, radioactive substances were secretly administered to hospital patients in the United States. The patients were not informed of the risks. These experiments were justified under national security research during the Cold War. These experiments were not rumors or conspiracy theories. They were real events, documented by history. They serve as a reminder that scientific progress must be guided by ethics. Without accountability, even science can cause irreversible harm. For more documentaries that explore real and hidden chapters of human history, subscribe to the channel.